Okay. Georgia Tech's defensive student athletes on everybody's left, Ayinde Eley, on everybody's right, Keion White. We'll open it right up for questions. Kelly?
Keion, this was your first healthy game at Georgia Tech. Just how did it feel? You got a lot of pressure, got some sacks. Just how did it feel to finally kind of be able to play up to your potential a little bit?
Personally, I didn't feel like I had my best game. So I feel like I was moving slow, not making the right reads and assignments that I was doing, and that's unacceptable. So I need to go watch film and work to come better next week.
Next. Rod?
Coming out of the locker room in the second half, how confident were you guys, especially after the way you played in the first half?
We was confident. We was prepared for a 30-minute battle. We was confident all the way through the game. Really, we had faith in our plan and our confidence. It just got the short end of the stick tonight, and go back tomorrow, watch the film, correct what needs to be corrected, come back next week.
Thanks. Kelly?
For both of you guys, how difficult is it when you have a punt block short field situation or a turnover? You were in that situation twice tonight, and that kind of was really a difference, I think, in the game in a lot of ways with the two easy scores they got off the block punts. Just how difficult is that situation as a defensive player when you get thrown back into the field like that, when you maybe expect to have some decent field position to work with?
So for us, our defensive motto is put the ball down. So it doesn't matter what situation we are in, they're not supposed to score, and that's the standard. So the standard is to hold teams to 0 points and 0 yards. And at the end of the day, we just have to go play with the situation and don't cry about it, don't kind of moan about it, and just deal with it.
Back over here.
For both of you guys, what do you think was working early that maybe kind of shut down that Clemson offense early in the game, and maybe what changed in the second half that allowed them to kind of go on a run?
First half, we just played our technique, played our defense. We knew they liked to run DJ. We was pretty sound on that and everything, and on the run game, we sound and everything. Second half, they went in and made some adjustments. I don't even think second half they really opened up. They had a couple good explosives, and that's just how the ball rolled, really. But that's about it, really.
For you guys, of course, you talk about the confidence all game. When they went up 14-0, what were you guys kind of telling each other just so you could stay on the same page and continue to do what you guys could do?
So as a defense, our motto is defense wins championships. So let the offense do offense, and we're going to worry about our defense. So we had a mindset of continue stopping them, continue playing our game, and let everything work out for itself. Obviously tonight it didn't work out in our favor, but we still have confidence that we have a good defense and feel good moving forward into the later games.
With the short week before the Western Carolina game and a day off tomorrow, is it better to have a game like that earlier in the year, before you're really banged up and that type of thing? Maybe you can come back a little quicker earlier in the year?
I'm not sure. What was you asking?
You had a short week.
Right.
Is it better to have that short week earlier in the year before you get banged up and you're still pretty healthy?
Short week is a short week in football, really. Still got to prepare. I mean, I guess so if you think about it like that. Before the nicks and stuff come, then yeah. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have some nicks and bruises after this one, too.
Patrick?
Ace, early in the game, you forced the fumble. At least it looked like you forced the fumble. There seemed to be some indecision about that. But do you recall that play? Can you describe that play for us?
Yeah. They ran the quarterback. I think it was a quarterback counter. And Charlie, I think it was, came, tackled him from the side, and he was falling and tried to stretch the ball out. And that's our trained behavior. You try to get the ball out and punch the ball out, punch techniques and stuff. So I took a shot on the ball, and it worked out for me.
the Ace, how much did it make a difference when Charlie went out of the game? Because he was a little bit of your eraser tonight. He was making a lot of good plays, and particularly in the run game. Just how much did that impact you guys? I know you guys have a lot of confidence in Demetrius, but Charlie is kind of that freak sideline to sideline guy for you guys. How much did that impact not having him? Because I think it was 14-10, was it, or something, when he went out, and then they kind of went on their run.
That was definitely a big blow. Charlie's like you said, a great player. And not only a great player, but he's a leader on the defense, a vocal leader, emotional leader, everything. So that definitely hurt the defense when he went out. He's losing a great player. But next man up mentality. D Knight came in and he held it down. He did what he had to do and gave it his best. And we just keep moving forward. And we get Charlie back second half next week and keep going from there.
Middle of the third quarter, I think the score was 14-10. Either or, you had him third and 10, and you all pressured DJ, basically almost had him sacked, and he turned around and flipped it to Shipley, and he got the first down. Do you feel like that changed the momentum in your eyes?
Well, one, that was just a hell of a play by him. We had him sacked, and he just made a play. Good players make plays. As far as it changing the game, I don't think it really did. Our defense still had a next play mentality. So you aren't going to stop them on every third down. You just have to deal with that. And we just went next one up, and then I still feel like as a defense, we still play solid after that.
Right over here in the corner.
Hey guys, despite the final score, it seems like you guys have continued to point out that you guys feel really good about your defense. What are some of the positives you can kind of take from this? And I guess why do you feel so confident going forward that this defense is kind of what you think it is?
I feel like our defense is the nucleus of this team. Not saying anything to the offense, but I feel like our defense is where most of our seniors are, and we have a lot of that senior leadership. And I feel like as a whole, we stayed cohesive and as a unit tonight, and we didn't kind of split apart. And that's the biggest challenge in teams when situations like this happen, just splitting apart. But as a defense, I feel like we stayed together because of our leadership. And I think going forward, that'll be a big part of who we are as a team, not even just a defense.
Okay, you want to wrap this up with the defense?
Ace, you mentioned a lot in the preseason, even in the spring, about communication needing to be better. Can you kind of give me a sense of how that worked for you guys in terms of everybody being on the same page? It seemed, from watching it seemed like you guys were in the right places most of the time.
Yeah, great defense is a defense that communicates and makes sure everybody's on the same page. I feel we did a pretty good job of that tonight. I wouldn't say it was perfect. Definitely needs some more things cleaned up. But being on the same page is the first step of being a good defense. And I think we did some good things tonight. And we just got to keep building on that, keep communicating, and making sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay, awesome. We'll wrap up with these guys. Bring in the offensive players. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.